on the give. This is Dorsett. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. What? Nothing.
On the toss, it's Dorsett. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Dorsett. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Dorsett. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So a first quarter fumble in the rain. And this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here. So they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
77.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
go. Snickers, 66.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down now, Parker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. On third down, that's Parker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs. And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Mitchell, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is first and goal from about the 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive. Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made. And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive. Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6? And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance.
and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run. It's Dorsett, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting, going into this game, there was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now it's Dorsett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Going for a right side here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Roethlisberger throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grind 38!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Roethlisberger will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Both of them. Quarter. Sack, baby. Sack. Squirrel. Snickers. Squirrel. Middle.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, Parker. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Give him 42 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world.
And it's a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And his kick is indeed good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Mason complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
On first down, Parker. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Monday. Kings.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. C.J. Mosley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dayon Buchanan bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Mason. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw and got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They need a touchdown, but also have to be wary of leaving too much time for Roethlisberger. Here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They get it to him running left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Let's go. Take 2 of them.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, they likely have time for one last play, but it's got to be a heave into the end zone. Anything short, no good for them.
He's going to let it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Ravens, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons